I think it's time for Clear Questions, brought to you by Clear Rum, our good buddies. You got to hydrate, Riggs.
You got to.
You got to get it in you. I took it to the party this week.
Yeah.
Gone. 24, gone.
Overserved?
I wasn't. Not me, 24. The people at the party.
Yeah.
Loved them.
Love the
clear
water?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got to love it.
Big fans of the Blast. The berry. Yes. Big fans of that.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Happy to hear.
There was nothing left.
I guess not. How could there be?
I made sure all the pretty moms got them first.
So thoughtful of you.
That was thoughtful.
All right, here we go. Anthony Giampolo on Twitter asks, who does a player approach to change their number? Is there an unwritten rule, games played, contract status, etc.? And who gives the approval? Any stories come to mind on a denied request?
On a denied request, yeah. Actually, a couple, because I remember when we first got Jake Voracek, Mr. Snyder didn't like the high numbers. So Homer was like, well, let's get him in 9 instead of 93. And Jake wasn't happy about it, but he was a young kid. He just came to the team. And I don't remember how many games. I think it was just through preseason he wore 9. And he came to me and goes, Nasty Bear, I got to wear 93. So I went upstairs after all that, and I said to Homer, Mr. Holmgren, Jake really wants to wear 93. He goes, okay, give it to him. I'm like, well, then wouldn't you tell me he couldn't wear it for? We could have done this from the get-go.
Oh, big Ed.
But the other one that really sticks out to me, which I didn't really understand, but, I was the equipment guy. I didn't make those calls. They always would come to me and ask. And Pierre Belmar came in, and he had always worn 41 overseas because, remember, he didn't come here till he was 29 years old.
Right.
But he played top level pro, and pretty sure he was going to make the team because he was on if I'm not mistaken, a one-way deal. Anyway, he wanted to wear 41, and they gave him 78. And I went upstairs to the assistant general manager, and I just said, hey, no one's wearing 41. I believe Meseros had just been traded or signed somewhere else or something, because he did wear 41.
Yeah.
Whoever asked for number 41?
Andrew Alberts.
Did he ask for it?
I don't know if he asked.
I'm not sure if Albie asked for it, but that's a great point. I'm surprised you remember that.
I'm surprised too. Actually.
That's pretty good. But no, and they were like, "Well, he's got to earn his spot." And I'm like, "Well,
like 41.
He's 29 years old. No one's wearing 41. Is it that big a deal?" And so, sure enough, a few games into preseason, he came downstairs and says, "Well, if you want to give him 41, that's okay." So I go to Belly and I'm like, "Hey, do you want to go to 41 for the regular season?" He goes, "Well, not now. I've been 78 and everything's going well." So that's why he was 78 here. And then as soon as he went to Vegas, he was 40. He was back to 41 again. So those were the two times where I think, I remember offhand that they were kind of denied.
Yeah.
And I remember Ron Hextall, he didn't really like those high numbers either. And we had Sam Gagne come in, and he was really reluctant to let him wear 89. And I'm like, dude, that's all he's worn.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, we better score 25.
Yeah, of course.
So, but he did let him wear it. But those are the only two I can think of.
I don't know what the big deal is, with numbers. And I understand, camp numbers versus regular season, team numbers.
Yeah.
41 seems to be like a camp number to me.
On my list, so I had a list, 2 through, whatever the high, not 99.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Take out all the retired numbers. But 41, there was no one in 41. So can he just have 41?
Yeah,
That's
what's the big deal?
He's an 8-year pro, or maybe even longer.
Yeah.
But they said no until the season started. And then he was like, well, I'm not changing it now. So
interesting. But the player generally goes through you, and then you got to go to the general managers to approve it.
That's usually how
how it goes down. And then I had an experience with this. My first 8 games in the NHL, I was wearing 33.
That's right.
Ripping
and it
around.
Looked like a goalie jersey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it probably was a goalie jersey, the size of that bad boy, big sleeves and everything. And then we signed Bush in the offseason. And, to the question around unwritten rules, games played, contract, obviously Bush had been an established goalie, first round pick to the Flyers. So naturally there was no beef or argument. It was just be like, okay, Bush signed, here's your 33, and I'll just figure out another number, and it took 32. So
in honor of Chief, maybe?
Honor of Chief, of course. Yeah. Pay my respects.
Yep.
But I'm assuming there's situations where, elite players, superstars get traded to a team where there's another superstar rocking that number.
Right.
And I don't know how that all goes down, if they're actually counting games and goals for and all this other stuff, or if it's just kind of like just take it, or I'll just find another number, giving you the respect, and you keep your number and I'll find a new number, because at the end of the day, who gives a shit?
I've heard some stories where a guy pays a guy to get his number back, or to get a number, or you see, if say you were 14 and you get to the team and an established guy's 14, I've seen guys go 41 to keep those numbers.
Sure.
But it's crazy, but yeah, usually that's how it would work. They'd come to me and then I'd have to go upstairs, because obviously it's not my decision. So.
Yeah. It's not?
Nope. It was not.
I thought you had more power than that.
I wish.
Oh, man.
I did not.